Morning, guys. Friday, 8:30. Merry Christmas. I hope you enjoyed your holiday. Okay. Markets are back. You got half liquidity today. You got a few days left in the year. Today, Monday, Tuesday, pretty much liquidity is going to dry up. Today is pretty much a dried up day because you got part of Europe that has Boxing Day. So what does that mean? You're going to have pockets. You're going to have extreme moves. People that are trying to get out for the end of the year. You're going to have people that are going to try to prep themselves for next year in their opinions. In the interim, if you get a flow and there's no liquidity on the other side, you're going to get a pocket. What's the talk of the planet right now? The price of silver. The crescendo is out of control. What happened again last night? Price of silver. Look, I turn around, everything is blinking. Price of silver, $75, guys. Okay? Price of bullion, the price of physical silver is higher than this. This is causing this phenomenon. In our opinion, and if you've been following us all year, this is not a phenomenon. This is just the mechanics and the fundamentals are taking over, and this can't be fixed. Okay, look, I mean, this is out of control. We just put out, if you want to look, we put out a special video just on silver, just a chronological videos from the beginning of the year of our opinion when silver was trading in the 20s, in the 30s, and how we thought it was going to be the trade of the summer, then the trade to watch out, the trade of the year. Now it's the trade of the planet. And we still think we're in maybe the sixth inning. Look at this thing. Look at this thing, guys. Out of control. If you belong to the group, you're enjoying this ride. What? Another thing that's going on, the price of platinum, which we still think has even more room than silver. Now the price of platinum is just hitting nerves. Look at this. Okay. This was literally beginning of the month. Okay. Getting through big levels. Talk about getting through big levels. Look out. Now you want to see this move? I've been trading platinum for 4 decades. This is, I think, the beginning. Just the beginning of what can happen to platinum. Same thing. Gold, which has been the highlight of the year, making a new all-time high. This has become, I mean, it's funny to laugh. Gold is lagging at 4,500. Lagging. So what do we got? We got the equities that just keep on going. They breathe. They keep throwing bearish news out to try to get the prices lower, but they can't. The world is caught the wrong way. Now, the professionals are caught the wrong way. The world wants the silver. So it's kind of getting to the cryptocurrency, Bitcoin mania. Now you're starting to, because it's going global, if you remember these GameStop, squeezes and all that, okay, people are looking at that scenario. This is not a squeeze, okay? This is not a squeeze. This is a real move. Okay, enough of gold, enough of silver, enough of platinum. Let's go to what we think is the bottom of the range, the oil market. Oil market down here, we thought it was the bottom of the range, the extension. What have we been doing? We've been buying oil, gasoline, heating oil. We just traded ExxonMobil. Now you're seeing the bounce. What do? We just put out a video. If you watched maybe a week ago, probably a week ago, we bought some ExxonMobil twice. We already hit our target and sold it. So we did it again. Okay, bought ExxonMobil here. We gave you a video. We talked about it. Belonged to the group. We bought more here, sold it here. Another 5-point trade. Probably the 7th, 8th, maybe the 9th one this year. ExxonMobil was trading 120. Beginning of the year, ExxonMobil was trading, going back to here, 110, 112, 115. So if you had it all year as an investor, you're up 7 or 8 points. If you traded it with the opportunities, with our opinion that oil's in a range, got to be up 50 points trading this year. 50 points trading ExxonMobil, which pretty much has got a little bit of a pulse to it. That's the edges of not being an investor and being a trader in these markets. Now, our opinion is oil we think is in a range, metals we think are on a mission. I think that's been shown all year. We still think we got new scenarios coming up this year, a little bit different. Okay, and one thing we do have in mind is that we think if silver, gold, and platinum are telling us something, that the dollar is going to do what we've been waiting for a couple of years. And what is that going to make? The entire commodity board cheap. So you got to know which ones are cheap, which ones are not, which ones the scenarios are setting up, and which ones are traps. That's the biggest one, because on January 2nd, flows come in. I've been doing this for decades, guys. You sit there and it's kind of like you get a load of chips in front of you. Say, okay, what table you want to go to? Okay, that's what January 2nd is. So people decide, do they want to go into what sectors? Is it the energy sector? Is it the tech sector? Is it the hot sectors from the summer that just passed? Well, the summer, the beginning September, October, which was lithium, uranium, titanium, rare earth. Those were the hot sectors. Are they going to become hot sectors? Usually at the beginning of the year, the great ideas, the great potentials, they get all the money. And then when they start to run out or the air comes out of the balloons, then they correct. That happened it's happened over the last 4 or 5 years in lithium, in uranium, a little more in titanium. And what happens? They go, the music stops and they pull back. So we got to see if that happens again. Okay, we have some of these on. We're getting out of them. We're going to take a fresh look at the beginning of the year. But we've been cashing and cashing and cashing. We'd like to start our year with no positions, going in with new ideas. We got to adjust too, because I'll show you in a few minutes. We've had a pretty good year. So our positions are too large for what we want to have on for January 2nd. That's the reason why we get out. Okay. People of the group, they say, well, why are you getting out of these things if you like them? Well, if you bought something, if you bought a certain amount with $1 in your bankroll, and now your bankroll is up to $5, obviously your position has gone up the same, so you can't start back at that dollar on January 2nd. So we take everything down, we start from scratch. Let me tell you something. Maybe it's a little, I don't know, it's just the way I've been trading all my life, but if you look at the results, they work. Okay, let's get some questions.
Okay, Joe. By the way, Merry Christmas to you, Joe. Happy New Year. Sean is asking about RGTI.
No follow-up, guys.
Hitman wants to know about UNG.
UNG, natural gas. Same thing, extended to the area. You're getting the bounce. We got to get the January contract out of the way. Okay, and it is. Okay, this is it now. You have to pay attention. This was dictating because this was a sensitive one. Now you're looking at February, which is what your UNG is. And now you're finished with the rejections. Now you get a couple of tests down here. I still think it's going to work its way back higher. I thought this caused this. I've been trading this for a long time. I thought this was causing this, and you had a little bit of an extension here. So I think we're okay. We have UNG on. We have a decent position. We're going to trade it, but we do think it's in good shape down here.
Okay. Turo wants to know about heating oil.
Heating oil, same thing, guys. We think the energy's at the bottom end of the range. So we like heating oil, we like gasoline, we like crude oil down here. We think they can sit around here, but the sensitive side is the upside.
Joe, Dog Boy is asking, what do you think about going long VIX?
Long the VIX. We've been long VIX for the last few months as a little bit of insurance for our position. Hasn't been working. Okay. When you go through rotations, people think if the stock market goes down, then the VIX should go higher. And I think they're reading that wrong. Okay. I think if the market is getting out of positions, if it's rotating, it's not going to affect the VIX. So we're long the VIX as protection. What we have left on it, because we've been trading around it, is not working. I don't see any reason. It's not on my highlight screen. No reason to be involved.
Okay, fair enough. Hammer Time is asking about SMCI.
Yeah, that's one we're going to be getting out of. Okay, we bought it for a reason, thinking if the market bounces, this is one that's going to bounce. It's not bouncing, so we will be out of this in a couple of days. Okay, there's no bounce here. So one way or the other, between now and New Year's Eve, we won't be in it. It didn't do it. I thought it would have had a nice bounce from here. It doesn't have it.
All right. Joe, do you do Oracle?
Nah, I don't watch these things.
At what point?
I watch them, but I don't trade them.
Okay, fair enough. Eric is asking, at what point do you get into EXK and not feel like you're chasing?
If you get into EXK now, you probably will be chasing. Okay, so you got to pay. If you miss them, so what? How many times this year have we thought we've missed EXK? I could think of it maybe 3, 4, or 5 times. And then if you get a little bit of a breather or somewhere peripheral, the market starts to breathe or correct, and then silver starts to come lower, or gold comes lower, and then everything starts to take risk off, we chase up. Boy, I'm glad I waited. So I think the same thing with EXK. There's no way I'm chasing it. I think silver's going a lot higher, believe me, but I won't chase EXK. I just got to find it first. Here we go, right in the middle. Okay, look at this thing. Okay, and it's probably going to be higher with silver higher, but we won't chase it up here. Every time we've waited, if you remember the last time we bought EXK, right in the pre-market. Okay, how cool was that, having patience? So we're going to do it. If it goes, it's going without us. It's going without me, at least.
All right, Joe. Durfin wants to know about MLI.
MLI, I don't know what MLI is.
Fair enough. State of Pain wants to know about SBSW.
SBSW, it's been our home run trade. We had 2 home runs this year in stocks. It's been SBSW. I think it's going to be another one. We're out of it now, but we will the same thing. We're going to look to getting back in. Look at this. How cool is this, guys? All in down here, sold it out, got all in again, sold it out. Didn't get all in, but we got in very nice and sold it out. Okay, but it looks like it's going to keep going. Well, I'm not going to chase it up here. If you have it on, you should, in my opinion, enjoy this ride. This is the trade.
Okay. John is asking about palladium.
Palladium, same thing. They got room on the upside. Palladium is going to be dicey, but I actually think palladium is going to outperform platinum next year.
BitU wants to know about BA.
Boeing, we're out of it. We cashed in what we had. It looks pretty good, but I don't see the follow through. It's in an area. It's getting close to an area where if I had I have no position, and I wanted to trade, I'd be looking to go short pretty soon. But it's got a nice ride, but it's starting to get to failure areas.
All right, Joe. Hitman wants to know about Alibaba.
Alibaba is one we have on. If it wasn't going toward the end of the year, we'd be looking to a spot to add, but we're going to be getting out of Alibaba. But you know what keeps Alibaba on my radar screen? Guy Adami. Long term, he's very bullish. He's been on fire for the last year and a half, so he likes it. But we're going to be getting out in the next few days.
Okay. Otto is asking, what's the best trading platform?
For equities or commodities? Because for equities, I use Charles Schwab out of loyalty. Okay. I think there's better ones out there. For commodities, no one comes even close than RJ O'Brien. Hands down.
Excellent. ABC wants to know about AREC.
AREC, another one we're getting out of. We caught this. We try to get back in to see if there was another wave, and it wasn't. This is where that money is coming in, those flows. And I don't see it coming in between now and the end of the year. So we're going to get out. If you remember, we caught AREC. Okay, we had some members who I almost fell off my chair, which that would have been bad for my floor. Bought it at 60, 70, 80 cents, cashed it out at $7, 10x. And then we got out. We didn't catch that kind of a move. We got out a little earlier, but we caught the whole move. Then we said we're going to get back in between 4 and 3, and we did. And now it got down to 2, and it looks like it wants to bounce. But no matter what, unless an event changes, we're going to be getting out of AREC and seeing if it gets fresh flows in January. But we're going to be getting out of AREC.
All right. Joe, April wants to know about MOS.
Mosaic, yeah. Well, you know what? It's a fertilizer stock. And you know what that means? You know what I want to call it, but I won't say it over here. We had there's some stocks that you feel like you got it. You know it. So we caught it. Excuse me. I did wrong here. Okay, we caught MOS from here to here. Great trade. We caught it from here to here. Great trade. I said, hey, I know this thing like my back of my hand. Started getting in here and here and here, and it's not working. Okay, and it should be working. Now, if you look, when it starts to go, it really goes. Okay, but it's got to start to go. So I'm going to be taking it down, but I'm going to be looking for the indicators that are going to tell me to get back in. But it should have gone by now, and it's not.
Joe, by the way, just a little footnote to that.
What did I just do?
Oh.
You have any idea what I did?
There you go.
Okay, good. Yeah, like I know what I'm doing. Okay.
There you go. Okay. Joe, just a little footnote to that. You're the first guy I've seen on a live stream actually admitting that he made a trade that's not going so well.
Got a lot of trades that don't go well. We just hopefully the ones that go well are going to be even better, or we'll capitalize more. We'll show you that later.
I love it. That's awesome. Papa Yoda wants to know about SPY.
No, we don't. S&Ps and that, we don't trade in the indexes.
Okay.
I don't see an edge. And if you make money trading indexes over a long period of time, you're a needle in a haystack.
D. Ferg wants to know about Amazon.
Same thing. We look at it. I don't see any view right here to put my money into work.
Vinny Pipes says, what's going on with CDE?
Coeur d'Alene. It's a silver stock. This is going to be one. If silver's going to go, what people are doing now, this is the new flavor around. People want to be long silver. So people also who want to be long silver and don't know what to do, they're going to call their broker. They're going to call their portfolio manager. They're going to say, I want to buy some silver stocks. You know what's going to be the first one to come up? CDE. So you kind of can ride that wave.
Okay, excellent. Donald Thornton wants to know about CAG.
No, we don't recognize these, so don't throw them up.
Fair enough. Juan, NIO.
Neo, we look at it. It's put so many head fakes in the last 2 years. No reason to trade Neo.
Okay. We already did XOM, and to the people who have been in here asking about silver, we went through it at the beginning.
Silver is the flavor. You want to know something? We'll talk about it again quickly. Why? Because this is the murmur of the planet right now. Everything you look at points to silver. And people are trying to, all of a sudden, people want to become silver experts. Okay. I love more people at the card table who don't know how to play cards. Okay. If you think you're a silver expert here, I'd like to hear what you have to say. Well, you know what? I would like to hear what you have to say, but I want to see when you put your money in the line. There's an old saying, and I stick by it. A lot of people could be bullish silver, right? They don't know how to make money being long silver. And this is untradeable right now. So the silver market, you have to sit there and you have to wait for an opportunity. The opportunity here, I think it's going a lot higher. Okay, it doesn't mean you buy it right here. The opportunity is when to wait for the pocket. Okay, one thing we do not do in silver, and you should never do it, is chase. And if you're trading it now, you're chasing. So watch it. Okay, when you see silver take a breather or reverse, let me tell you something. They don't make a parachute big enough to stop this thing from going down. Okay, so watch yourself in silver.
All right. Joe, can we get to some housekeeping? You keep talking about your members.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
RNTR.trading. Let's put it up and let's see where we are. Okay. First of all, this is RNTR.trading. That's the name of the website. Okay, and you asked me about, I talk about losers and winners. And anybody who's always got winners, let me tell you, do yourself a favor, disconnect those people. Okay, they're a bunch of clowns. Everybody's got winners and losers. But when you do the math, that's when you see how you're doing. This is us for the year. There's no exaggeration. It's closer to 350. We're up 350% for the year. Now, you've been following us all year, or just following us for the last 6 months. You see, it just keeps growing. What are we doing? Because we're trading, we're not investing. People are getting chopped up. What are we doing? There's 2 ways to perform, 2 ways to make that. One is when to make money, and one is when not to give it back. So a lot of people make money on the way up in a bull market. Then when it goes down, they give it all back. Well, they give pieces of it back and they shake their head, which if the market doesn't close strong, S&Ps are right near all-time highs. Okay, NASDAQ is strong. People should be having monster years. Okay, look at your portfolio. Are you having a monster year? I'm curious right now because some of the big names, the cash cows, they're not on their all-time highs. And that's what everybody has on. So what do we look for? Trading opportunities, things that I have experience in. So we trade. We stick to what we know, commodities, resources. Whether we trade futures, we trade equities that give you similar risk, and that's how we perform. We're not sitting quietly. 550 trades this year, guys. Okay, that's no joke. Okay, this is what we have left. They'll be out by the end of the year. 350%. It's not a flash in the pan. Last year, we're up over 100%. We've had 2 other years we're up over 100%. We still think these markets got a lot more trading opportunities here. Okay, and stocks, these big name stocks, are the ones that are going to create this. So that's the performance. You want to join? RNTR.trading. You log on to that. It'll show you how to access us. You contact us. We get back to you. We do not ask you for your money. Okay, you have to join. Okay, so if you have to join, excuse me. I don't think this is not going to work. Okay. If you have to join it, we get back to you with a link, we get back to you with a mail, we get back to you with an invite to our Discord chat. That's how we do things. This is what you get. This changes in a couple of days. So if you're interested, seriously interested, you may want to get this because the price is going higher. We've added staff, we've added features, and want something. If you think you can make that kind of percentage somewhere else, stick what you're doing. Okay, this is what comes with the package. You get your webinars. You get Guy Adami from CNBC with a Q&A, midday clips, constant chats. My trading ideas. You're looking over my shoulder. We give no recommendations. You gotta, in my opinion, you gotta be nuts not to try this. If you don't like it, you quit. You get prorated on your money. What's it gonna cost you? $20, $30 to see if you fit in? If you want to invest, we're not for you. If you're looking to trade, if you're looking to be a little bit aggressive, how are you going to get those returns? You know what that does? It speeds up your financial goal. We've had people here that say, what I was looking to make in the next 15, 20 years, I made in 8 months. So look at your age. You know, you get a little older, say, you know, when I'm 70 years old, I can go buy something. When I'm 60 years old, I can go grab something. We got people that started when they were 50 years old. They're not even 51. We go look at marketwatch.com. Okay. Then back in September, we had one of our members who had a plan. He said, 15 years from now, I'm going to be able to buy a home for my kids, for my grandkids to enjoy. It took him 8 months. All he did was look over my shoulder. Doesn't mean it's going to happen to everybody, but the opportunities are here. The performances are here. The ideas are here. One thing big is no one's been uncomfortable this year trading, which is big. You got crazy markets. I don't think any one of our members have been uncomfortable once. We know how to make money. We know how to lose money. You got to know how to lose money. Okay, we know how to lose money. Fine, you move on. We have balanced. We are very patient. So it doesn't move the needle to make us uncomfortable. Big edge when you're trading.
All right, Joe. I want to look at how the rubber hits the road. So I go to your website. It's RNTR.trading. That's fine. I go in. You've got some security measures in place to make sure that I'm not scammed. Mm-hmm. It's RNTR.trading. There's no extra R's, no extra G's. And then I pay my $78. You guys get back to me and say, hey, you're welcome. You're getting an invitation to the Discord chat. Can you take me in there and show me what goes on there?
This is us. This is what you belong to. Discord chat. All day. This is this morning. Just happened to be talking about our opinions. Talk about silver like we talk about. Okay, when we trade, we let you know what we're trading. Tell you ahead of time. One of our stocks, I'm just going back to what we have on TMC trade. When I tell you, listen, guys, I only tell you what I'm doing. It's up to you if you're interested or not.
So, Joe, can you just pick one of those one of those messages out for me?
Yeah, this is
give me
24th. That's Christmas Eve. Okay, we had this position on an NAK. So I put it on there. Everybody's ready. Guys, I'm looking at NAK. Okay, so I'm long some NAK. And then within a minute or 2 minutes, whenever I see the last signal hit, it's okay, guys, I'm selling all of my NAK here. Okay, so the whole group, we do it as a team.
And you even told them the area there, Joe.
Well, that's what it is when I traded it. Yeah, of course. I'm going to let you know where the market is at that moment.
So if I'm signed up for RNTR and I get access to the Discord channel, that's the kind of stuff I'm going to be seeing every day.
Exactly what you're going to see all day. These are the alerts, trade alerts. So we trade as a team. I watch a lot of these sites. You know what they do? The guy will say, I sold my NAK. You might want to look at it now. You know what? I like to slap that guy in the face. You got to be kidding me. I'm not working as a team. Telling guys I'm looking at it. If you're interested, you prepare also. Sell it all out as a team.
You mean the guy who tells you on Thursday what a great job he did on Monday?
Oh boy, 12 o'clock. You guys see the trade I did this morning? Yeah, I really want to hear that. But yeah, I'm being nice here. Gets me aggravated. We do this all day. Want to trade futures? We trade futures very aggressively because I've been in the commodity business my whole life. Looking at sugar, natural gas, heating oil, soybeans. I mean, let me tell you, it's no strapping in. Got orange juice, guys. You want to talk about something? You want to talk about abstract stuff? It may sound abstract. This has been one of our home run trades this year. Trading orange juice, trade futures. You may have to get up sometimes at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. All right, make some money, go back to sleep. I got no problem with that.
Joe, isn't orange juice what they did in that the movie with Eddie Murphy?
Trading Places?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. It's very similar. Okay, I've been doing this for all my life. I've traded commodities since the 80s. Okay, that's been my whole career. So there's nothing you're going to show me commodities that I haven't seen before. So why not use these edges?
Joe, so what I want to ask you is this. I don't have any financial background. I'm not good at math. I'm not good with money. But I see what you're showing me here on this Discord. You're basically just saying what you're doing. I'm looking over your shoulder. So if I want to do it, I do it. I don't give you my money, right?
No. You're looking over my shoulder.
Okay.
You're making your own financial decisions.
And so I have my own brokerage account.
You have your own brokerage account for stocks. You have your own brokerage account for commodity futures.
Okay. And then so I see in the Discord, like you just mentioned, orange juice. If you're making an orange juice trade and I say, boy, I agree with Joe, or I want to do that too, I go ahead and do that with my brokerage house.
Exactly.
And that's it.
So
I don't need to be a math expert or a money expert or a trading expert or know
how much you're willing to risk. I mentioned balance. So you may want to say, listen, if I got whatever my bankroll is, I want to put 2, 3, 4% into orange juice. Now keep in mind, these are when you trade commodities or you trade futures, they're levered. So what you think you're putting up has leverage. That's why it's a margin account. So you may have to put a little less to get the same kind of exposure. So these things, you got to understand all these things. Okay. We have courses. We, of course, if you want to trade boot camps, we also have courses if you want to understand the basics. Okay, but a lot of this stuff you could do your own diligence on.
Well, and Joe, to your point, Video Poker King is asking, so how do we know how much to buy or sell? Each person has a different size.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
There you
It's
go.
up to you.
Okay, so they got to make their own decisions.
Mm-hmm.
You're
and
not.
If you look at our book, because we log everything right away, so you always see we always start with anywhere from 1, 2, 3, 4%, and then if we like. It's okay. We're down.
I don't know what's going on.
Okay, we're down. It's 8:56 anyway.
Yeah, true. All right, maybe you guys can explain that tomorrow. Oh, he's back. We hear you. All right, guys, we're having some technical difficulties with the live stream here. So tune in tomorrow. That's Saturday, December 27th at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. We're going to be on TikTok. Joe will be live on YouTube. Joe will be live on X. And you can follow up with the live stream tomorrow. Sorry about the technical difficulties. And I see a couple of folks in the video are already saying, no worries. We appreciate that. Sorry about the technical problems. We will see you tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. Eastern.